Welcome and hello. This is EduCalc Secondary Math Series instructional course on teaching strategies for statistics, calculus, and trigonometry. Obviously, each of these could be a class on their own, but whether or not we're teaching these classes specifically, they do show up in Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Math Foundations, and Remedial Math classes. So this course is designed for instructors at all levels to help support all students. I'm Honora Wall. I'll be your presenter for the course today. It'll take about an hour to complete. We're going to be looking at these three categories and how they show up in all sorts of math classes. In my 10 plus years of being an educator, I have worked with students in all of these math classes, elementary through middle school math classes, and into college math. So I used my experiences understanding where students come from and where they're going in their math courses to help put together tips and strategies that can be used in your math class today. There are clickable links at the end of the course that will take you to more resources and some of the outside research that I used to put together the presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'd be happy to continue the conversation with you. When we're looking at these three topics, statistics, calculus, and trig, students can feel very intimidated by these topics. Many times they're introduced where they shouldn't be, in my opinion. Algebra 1 is not a statistics class, nor is it a calculus or trig class, but we do find topics pushed into early grade levels. Some students are ready for the information, and some students are not. So as educators, we find students who might have trouble succeeding because they're not ready for the information we're giving them. In this course, we're going to talk about how we can make that information accessible to all students. A lot of it comes from multimodal instruction. If you're not familiar with multimodal instruction, the good news is it's very simple to incorporate into any classroom. And we're going to talk about the specific ways to do that without adding to your workload. We're going to talk about using immediate feedback as a way to increase mastery by strengthening the brain's focus and retention. It's a simple way to force the brain to pay attention to what the correct information is and what the correct answer is and what the correct procedures are. And just this change can really invigorate your math classroom. We're going to look at the research behind why student-led projects and activities can deepen learning and how you can use them with any curriculum or program you're already using in the classroom. I don't want you to go through this course and feel that you have to create new materials. You can tell the students what materials you would like them to create, and that will increase their learning. When we talk about statistics, we're going to look at immediate corrective feedback, and there's some very interesting research that supports this as an instructional strategy. We're going to talk about how to use student-created data and multimodal repetition. When we talk about calculus, we're going to talk about the interesting research that shows how matching games are one of the best instructional methods for helping students match equations and graphs. We're going to look at the use of partner corrections and reviewing multiple choice answers, not only the questions, so that we can engage students more fully in the lessons. And when we talk about trigonometry, we're going to look at the importance of scaffolding. Students are going to need to learn this information in steps, and we can create those steps, moving them to mastery faster. We're going to talk about the different ways we can look at resources and concepts in a new way without increasing what you have to do to make resources, but showing the students how they can create resources that are best aligned to their own learning needs. When we go through these topics, we're going to be taking a very brief look. But if you want more information or if you have any other questions, email me at educalcmath@gmail.com. Let's get started.